here we have my first game, and it's a solo game. And I know the game's not meant for it, of Rogue Stars. It's not meant to be a solo game, but here's the board. I'm playing on 3 foot by 2 foot in my spare room. Okay, and we've got, what I've done is I've split my bounty hunter group into 2 parts. So over there you've got Trego Mills, and you've got Jaffa Woad. Let's move that camera out of the way. That's good, isn't it? Okay. Coming into the board on that side, and over here, slow down. And on the other side, you've got Joey Brazil, that's the smaller one, and the robot, that's B&B Rover. Okay. Named after my old Land Rover. Okay. So, that's how we're set up. That's the board as such, sort of semi-industrial area, and here is the objective. This is before, this is sort of like this, I suppose the story goes that these people become a group of bounty hunters, a crew together, but at the moment they have never met each other, they have no idea, they're both on 2 separate missions as a small couple on each side. And they are trying to reach the consorts on top of this small building, because inside there's some information about somebody they're supposed to be hunting, and they believe it's been left in this computer, and that's what they're heading for. Anyway, this is the setup that I've organised myself so I can see what we're doing. We've got over here, we've got Joey and B&B, and then they've got 3 dice. They've got stress pinned and wound dice at the top, and they're going to be using the red D20s. And then over here we've got Jaffa and Trego. When I designed these, I designed Trego as the group leader for this lot. Anyway, and again they've got the same dice, white, yellow and red. I'm hoping that's one dice is going to be enough for these, and this time they're going to use the black. Okay, so our first thing to do is decide who is going to get initiative. So D20 roll, and we're talking about IC. Okay, fair enough. Well, that means that the initiative, I could do with a marker, couldn't I? Rests with Joey and B&B. So what I'll do is I'll pause there, and then we'll go from there. Right, so I've got this lovely green marker from my Kings of War set. Okay, so let's have a look at this. So it's got a lot of things on the other side, so we'll use that. So there you go. And then from now, what I've got to do is decide what's Joey and B&B going to do. So they're going to pick up, I'm going to go for it, 3 dice. You can choose anything between 1 and 3 dice to throw, because what this does is if you fail, it gives your opponent, or in my case myself, the chance to move or use the second crew. Okay, which in this case would be Jaffa and Trego. So let's see what we can get. Okay, so we're looking at TN10 really for Joey is what I'm looking for here. Oh, that's marvellous. That's 3 fails. So right, so it's a good start, that is. Yeah, well, I don't know, let's just check on that, because he is a veteran. So I'm going to pause, I'm going to look up a veteran, and we'll go from there. Right, okay, so having looked at the rules just a little bit, that gives me 1 activation with for them, and 2 for the other side. Okay, so they've got to roll now and see if they can activate. Okay, so here we go. Right, so 17 and an 8, definitely going to do it. So I've got 2 actions that I can do with probably with Joey, because he's pretty fast. Although we'll see. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So That puts a stress marker on both Jaffa and Trego, because it was actually them that were going to go on this, wasn't it? Remember the black dice? And yeah, well, I'm glad you remember, because I obviously didn't. Okay, and then what they did was they then moved up. Trego moved 4 inches as a run, and Jaffa, because he's got extra legs, because he is a giraffe. Was that getting focus? That would be nice, that wouldn't it? No, it's not going to get in focus. And it's also fast as well, so you move 6 inches. Okay, righty-ho. So there we go. Now we're going to go back and do the other one single movement from the other side. Okay, so there's Joe Brazil there, and he has flown because he's got a jetpack. Okay, I just thought he looked like he had a jetpack, so I gave him one. I created him. So he's just flown 8 inches over the intervening scenery there and landed over that way. At the moment, nobody can see each other whatsoever, which is quite useful. I put lots of terrain down for that reason. Okay, right, okay. So we're going to go back to Joey and to B&B and see what happens in the next turn. Right, and on the throw we got 12 and 14, and actually the red one was a 1, so that gives Trego or Jaffa a chance to do something first. I think they're going to be consolidating and moving up. They're going to do anything else. We'll see if I can get Jaffa close to the actual thing. He's got marksman, but we'll see. Okay, let's see what happens. Okay, so there's Jaffa. He's moved 8 inches. He's sprinted way over there from the canisters and things, and he has got very close to this the building, which is where he needs to be. And then Joey's back over there. Now Joey and B&B have got 2 actions that they can use, so we're going to get back and sort that out, and then I'll get back to you. Right, so my understanding is that basically it's a TN10. But TN target number 10, but Joey has got, what has he got? He's right. He's 9 inches away, so that's +1, so it'll be 11. But then, of course, Jaffa's big. That's what it says on here, big. So there we go. He's big, yeah, okay. And therefore, I have to give him that. And therefore, that takes 1 off. Well, makes it more easy. So it goes down to 10 again. So basically speaking, he's got to get a 10 to hit him for 3. This will do 3 wounds and entangle him. So that is a 2. That was an excellent throw. It's my usual standard. Okay. Okay, so basically speaking, he's missed. He scored a 2, it's just a miss. A 1 would have been a critical failure before and overdropped a weapon or something like that. Okay, but he isn't in a good position. He's out in the open. Any chance that Jaffa's got, he's going to take it, I think, especially since he's got marksman, so he's not going to be quite so bad. So we'll see now. So I'm going to try and activate. I've got to try and activate Joey again. I've got to move him out of the way or something every time. So 3 dice. Okay, a 17, a 14, and a 3. So the 3 is going to give 1 to Jaffa. So let's see what he does with it. Okay. So Jaffa has missed. Scored a 4. He only needs to get 8 in a target number of 10. But he's got marksmanship of 1, and he gets plus. Oh no, he would have needed a 9 actually. Now I think about it. So he's no chance. He missed. So he missed the shot. Now it's back to Joey to see what he can do. Okay, so let's see if I can remember all this. He scored 16, did Joey, which is 5 more, which means it's either his torso or arm. I chose torso because I can choose it. So it's his torso, then we rolled, and the modifiers pretty much cancelled each other out because there's a modifier for the armour, which would have meant they would have to that's 3 more. A modifier for the number of wounds their weapon causes, which happens to be a mono tangler. Mono wire tangler is 3. All those things considered, when it was all rolled up, he rolled an 8, which meant that he had 1 pin, 1 wound, and he was and serious damage. So you go to the next bit, and you go to the torso. Serious damage, you get an additional pin, hence the 2. Knocked prone. If he had already been prone, he would have suffered another wound, but he hasn't. Okay, so he's not out. He's not very good. Plus the fact, because he's been hit by a mono wire tangler, he is entangled now. Now, as far as I can tell from the rule book, if you're entangled, the only way you can be unentangled is to have an unentangler, unbelievably. So as far as I can see, poor old, he's not going to be hurt anymore, but poor old Jaffa is out for the count there. He's on the deck. That's the end of him for the moment. He's not going anywhere or doing anything in this game for a while, because I don't have any disentangler. It's not what I'm there for. Okay, anyway, let's go back to the game and I'll find out what goes on. So, I activated B&B, because I felt like he was getting washed out of the game a little bit, and he needs to get a 10 because he's non-reactive, he's a robot, therefore it's -2 to his roll. So instead of being 8, you've got to get a 10. But in fact, he threw 13 and a 16, as you can see there. So he elected for him to get back into the game by moving across. So he sprinted in a straight line. Can you see down between there from the corner? So he went 6 and 6, and he's quite close now to Joey. And brings him more into the game for some support. But it doesn't give. Trego's well out of it because you pass both, so she's stuck back here, not really being able to do anything at the moment. So it's just we'll see what happens in the next set of dice throws. So Joey tried, threw 2 dice, failed to the 1, and gave a throw to Trego, who then subsequently threw a 20, so that's an extra 20. So we can either have 2 actions and stress, or you can have do an action and no stress whatsoever. I really don't know what I'm going to do with this one, but I need to get her into the game, so I think she's going to have to do some sprinting and stuff, so she's going to have to, we're going to have to use that to shift herself. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. Here she is. There she is. We'll come back to where she walked. Okay, so that's exactly what I did with. What is that now? Trego Mills. Yeah, okay. And she sprinted up to there. She's quite close. She's actually closest to the target, which is to get on the top of this building and use that computer terminal there for a tech roll. Okay, so she's done that, but now it's Joey's turn. Joey's got 1 action he can use. I think, well, I don't know what he's going to do. Think about it, get back. Okay, so it seems that I've looked at the rules for flight packs, which Joey's got. He can go 8 inches, he can land on rooftops, broken ground, he has to take a TN5 roll. So he's okay there. He's at the console, but he can't do very much. So really, this is all a lot of this is going to depend on what happens in the next sequence. Who gets the rolls? So we'll see. Okay, so I can't get him in focus. So he threw 2 dice. One of them was a 2, and the other one was a 7. Okay, so that effectively means that it's out of his hands at the moment. It gives it over to what is Trego going to do? Okay, I don't know what she's going to do. She could attack him with her. She could go into hand-to-hand combat. That would be nice. We could do a bit of shooting, do it at hand-to-hand combat. We'll see how it goes. Okay, so poor Trego used the 2 dice that She rolled a 1 and a 17. Now that means that she becomes, one's a critical failure, and she becomes a sitting duck, hence the red marker behind her. I'm going to play that this time because I can't find out anywhere in the book where it says that you get, that takes precedence over the 17, which she would have been able to use, or whether it goes the other way. So I'm going to say she becomes a sitting duck because she's mucked up, and she loses her second action. So that's what we're going to do from now, for this one. But whether that, that's what you actually do, I don't know. Okay, so yeah, back with it in a minute. Right, so Joey tried to use 3 dice. He passed with 1 and failed with 2, and that passed them over to Trego. She immediately threw a 7 and 18, which gives her 2 actions. So she used the first one to jump into hand-to-hand combat here, as you can see right in front of the terminal, and the second one that she's going to hit him, clobber him with a vibro, what is it? A vibro something or other. Yes, something that vibrates, I would imagine. Okay, so Trego hit him with a vibro blade. She managed to hit him. She got 16 and hurt him, but nothing too bad. It caught him in the torso because it was 5 points over. Then when we rolled for the damage, she got 14. So that meant he ended up with a pin marker, another pin marker, and then light damage to his torso, and that was about it really. So we're in a standoff situation now, okay, because of course he's going to get to attack her back. Oh, and he's got Weapon Master. That was one thing that came off of her roll, so it might be a bit messy. Okay, so Joey Brazil tried to hit her back with his Force Sword, which I was hoping for great things for, but he managed to fail. He only threw a 5, and he was going to need something like about a 9, TN10 plus take away 1, so didn't manage to do anything there, unfortunately. So we're still in this sort of like limbo at the moment. Okay, so tried to activate BMP, gave him 2 dice and failed them both miserably, which obviously gave Trego, because she's the only character alive on this one, 2 possible reactions, and she got them both because she threw a 14 and a 20. So that's not good for Joey. So we're going to see what happens now, what she does with these 2 reactions. So Trego got the 2 reactions. She attacked and she managed to hit with 1, and it was a torso hit. It caused critical damage. It knocked him down and staggered him. It also caused him 2 pin markers and a wound. Okay, so then she tried to use to do 2 tech rolls to get the information from the computer console, which was the whole point of the mission, wasn't it? And at that point, she managed to get the information, and they're going to scarp her. She's not malicious. She's not going to be killing poor Joey, and I don't think that BMB is really going to offer up an awful lot of what's the word I'm looking for? The word I'm looking for is escaping me at the moment. He's not going to react very much. So I think she's going to scuttle away. She's going to grab hold of Jaffa over there and drag him off and escape the situation, leaving these 2 to decide what they're going to do next, because they obviously need the same information. Okay, and it may lead on to another game, I believe. Give me a chance to play this a second time and perhaps get better at my reporting skills somewhat. Well, thank you very much for listening anyway. This has been Daxio. Good evening.